After decades of putting everyone else first, this is your time to shine. Welcome to the Sass and Soul podcast, where brilliant women just like you are finally putting themselves at the top of their to-do list. You are ready to reawaken your dormant dreams, take center stage, and unleash your full creative voice. I'm Cindy Kennedy, a seasoned life and leadership coach, global speaker, yogi, and the founder of the Center for Sass and Soul. I'm here to accompany you on your quest to live a wildly purposeful and pleasurable life. After all, success is personal. It's not about following a script, but answering the calling of your soul. So get ready to join me and my global friends as we explore how to reclaim our sass and lead from our soul. Welcome back, everyone. It is podcast time. I am so glad you are back with me. I'm going to ask you, how many dreams, goals, desires are literally running around in that beautiful brain of yours and in your heart right now? I bet you there's a few. My second question is this: are you willing, able, and open to receive those gifts? If there's a question I ask women a lot, it's whether or not we resonate with being more of a giver or a receiver. I bet you know what the answer is. I think it's even more than 9 out of 10. I'd say roughly 98% will say giver. Like giver, we're here to nourish, we're here to nurture. And we're not here for either or, but I want to say that as women, we are natural receptors. We are. But do you allow yourself to receive? Do you even feel comfortable receiving? Or do you feel way more comfortable in the place of giving? If we're going to come into alignment with ourselves and really allow ourselves to step into and experience all those beautiful dreams that you have running through your heart and your mind right now, we need to be able to become masters of receiving. And I'm going to tell you a little story because I myself needed to learn this, especially with relationships. I have friends right now, if they could tell you stories, how I always went the extra mile if I was interested in someone. I remember this one guy from South Africa. I was over in Vancouver along the shore, and I was thinking of him, and I decided to spend extra time like gathering shells for him and bringing them to his doorstep. I've got hilarious stories of me giving, and not always either receiving anything back, but also not always able to receive. I felt way more comfortable in the spot of giving my time, my energy, my love. So, Cindy 2.0 arrives, which is Cindy arriving in Australia. And I really connect into how I show up in relationships. And for you, this could be how you show up in relationships, how you show up and align for the dreams that you actually hold and the things that you really want to do in your life. And I got really honest with myself that I'm not that good at it. I've always kind of identified very strongly, often over-identified, with being the independent woman, the one who can do everything. I can haul that TV. I'm strong. I can figure that thing out on my own. Yeah, I got all that going on. But not always creating space for others to show up and support me. And I realized that was a bit of a pattern in my life. And if I really wanted an equal partnership, I needed to learn how to also receive. And so this was me practicing. Are you ready? I used to practice receiving everything and anything. I remember walking down the main street in the Perth Central Business District, and I would wait till somebody opened the door before I would walk through the door. It was really awkward. I would sit with a new client, a corporate client who I'd never met before, We often would meet at a coffee shop first to establish a rapport and relationship. And normally I would like that to be really succinct about who's paying for what. And I would just not say anything, nothing, and wait for them to offer to buy me a coffee. It was super, super awkward. And I did this a lot. It never really became comfortable, but I did it. And I learned to let other people support me. I learned that, yes, I can just like hoist that TV and push it to the side. But what is it like when I actually ask a neighbor to help me? And then we get to have that exchange. I get to allow them the experience of being the giver. That actually feels really good when I am the giver. I want you to look and scan through those beautiful goals and dreams. And how can you allow yourself to receive more support in experiencing them, in achieving them, and taking the next step? Do you need to practice receiving? Do you need to practice letting someone show up for you financially, time-wise, energy-wise, contact-wise? How else are you going to let the love in? How else is it going to really, really happen? How else are you going to feel equal partnership in anything? It's not just giving. You're probably so dang good at that, you don't need to concentrate on that anymore. Right? That's like a natural part of how you show up in the world. If you overtly practice receiving, watch how things open up. Watch how momentum starts to flow. Watch how you start to walk into the things that you've been dreaming of, which is what happened when I met my husband. I practiced receiving, and in he swooped. And I remember not long into our kind of relationship, I had this huge leadership program that I was running for this health campus. And there was like 30 bags full of the whole binders and everything that I had to schlep up about 30-minute drive to go set everything up. And I was just used to doing that by myself. He goes, I can just take part of the morning off and come up and help you. And I watched the old me start to say, no, you don't need to do that. And I caught myself. And he drove up with me. He just, with great ease, picked up half of those bags, carried them from the lot into the place, set it all up. And guess what? It was easy. It was fun. I was like, wow, is this what equal partnership is? Is this what it's like to receive? And I could see the joy in his face in being able to do that. I don't want you to miss out on other people experiencing the joy that they have innately when they actually get to help you along your dreams. So right now, allow the ideas to flow. And I want you to choose one way in which you can practice receiving and watch how things show up. And even better, when that happens, I would love you to write in, email me in, and tell me what you're practicing, how it's going, and then share what has come into your life. Because I know it's going to be as powerful as your great dreams. Thanks for tuning in, and I look so forward to seeing you on the next episode of Sass and Soul. Remember, you are more powerful than you know. So live with sass and lead from your soul, and I will see you next time.